setup for when I go to cut my squares. So with my upcoming postage stamp mug rug, each row has 12 squares in it. So this is my little rotating mat. So what I do is have this mat on the side of my sewing machine, and I'll just move uh, 12 squares over, like move the squares that are in a row over on my little mat, and then I'll sew 12, and then I'll get 12 more. So hopefully this morning I'll be able to do uh, my 3 rows or whatever. I definitely have planned to have my squares, my top done for my upcoming postage stamp mug rug done by Saturday, preferably Saturday, or definitely by Sunday. So what I'll do, and again, this is one of the best investments I made in my quilting, is this rotating mat, and it's good for cutting, little small quilting pieces. It's good for cutting curved pieces like an apple core or drunkard's path. And I do have intentions to show you all how to do the drunkard's path quilt block, which was one of the first quilt blocks I learned how to make. In my last video, I was telling you all about my first hand quilting class, which I actually took a hand quilting class, and then once I got my sewing machine, I took a machine quilting class um, at another quilt shop. So these are my little, and then that's what I'm saying. In my hand quilting class, I learned first it was like the 9 patch, then it was the drunkard pad block, then it was the Dresden plate. But like I told you all about time, I was kind of intimidated by that Dresden plate because it was an applique, and I guess I was just intimidated, and I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it because you had to cut out the pieces, then you had to lay them down on the little white square because they had us to get a 12-inch ruler. So you would lay them out on the white square and then sew them down. And I kind of dropped out at that point. So I do plan to get the ruler to do the Dresden plate. So we'll do that. That'll be something that we'll do together because even though I stopped going to the class, I did eventually end up doing Dresden plate. Not Dresden plate, but hand applique on my pin cushion, what I've showed you all before on the bottom. So it wasn't even hard. So technically, I could have just stayed in the class. But what I came this morning, I'm about to start doing some early morning sewing before my day starts. So sometimes I'll lay down and then I'll get up in the morning and for a couple of hours I may sew before I actually start working my job. So these here are 12 squares. These are the 12 squares in the first row of my upcoming postage stamp mug rug. So as I was just informing you all, and as you come in, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or concerns on quilting, you can ask them in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. But yeah, like I was saying, this is a rotating mat. These are this is really one of my best investments. I think it was like a couple of years ago I bought it for myself as a birthday present to myself. It's good for cutting your curved piece in. It's good for like if you cut a quarter square triangles, you would just lay the square down and then rotate it to cut this way and this way instead of turn the square. So you can, do some research to see what all you can do with